You are watching Liberty Online TV.
This is Liberty Online TV powered by Orange Sierra Leone. Orange.
How the Political Parties Regulation Commission been reached to a conclusion say Chief Alhaji Samsumana for join the All People's Congress Party back? How the Political Parties Regulation Commission been rule say Chief Samsumana a membership at the APC for go way back to 2020? How the Political Parties Regulation Commission been look inside all the APC complaint them, we be meet them na the commission? This net, na this episode of One on One, I dey sit down with Emmanuel Koivaya Amara, we na the chairman for the PPRC, for provide answer to all them question there. Good evening, Mr. Amara.
Very good evening.
So let's go straight to the conversation. The first one we start with, and this long-standing issue within the All People's Congress and that of Chief Samsumana. The complaint go to you with about 500 pages of evidence on a call, witness them, we can testify, and finally, on a bingi a judgment where some people they say the judgment day in favor of Chief Samsumana, some say and say the judgment day in favor of the All People's Congress, and would have been given 14 days for give Chief Samsumana in membership back. Let we go back to some of the topical things them we wanna be they discuss. We get for do with Chief Samsumana in membership. How will I be able to reach at this conclusion for rule say if I come back and in membership for start from 2020?
My real hard work, commitment, and the mentality of a regulator that we put into that particular decision. As it is, we don't give judgments because we are not court per se, although, we can be equated to the high courts in the sense, by reason of the office for all. But then we give decision. The decision will give the driving force behind the decision. Now, waiting, I don't tell you so. The dedication of my staff, where I really, really want to tell plenty thank you and appreciate them so very much. And the teamwork, the mentality or the mentality of a regulator. Because as a regulator, one thing we're very obvious that the fact is you have to be very, very fair in what you do. You get to be as much. Of course, there is always the perception of bias. That one day, will take them away from people. But one thing with perception, how you deal with perception? Now with your conduct. A conduct how you take for deal with perception. Somebody thinks you are biased, you don't need to argue with the person. Come out, let it show in your work that you are not biased. So, and for actually show say you're not biased, it takes a lot of discipline, a lot of integrity, and a lot of hard work.
Because I go say the Chief Samsumana in complaint against the APC executive where it been carried to na the PPRC. A lot of people been saying say na a test case for you. They tell them where you take up office as the chairman of PPRC. And the ruling where you give. Now one will come look inside later. You been see the Chief Samsumana in complaint against the APC executive as a test case for you?
No. I actually, the commission, me and the commission actually see them as a normal case. Because for we at the commission, there is no test case. Pretty much the same way we will not get small political parties. Every political party is equal. Now, so every matter we can before we, like we can say, all game na final for we. So we not get test cases. So we actually dealt with it, but then like always who they deal with matters and at the commission will come to we, who they deal with them, having all of them in our own state so in my mind. Say we are actually, first off, we are working to ensure that the political one thing we get for no force. When a complaint comes from a member of a political party against the executive of a political party or any other member of the political party, they are still the same political party. at the same one family. I can always tell them jokingly in our hearings them and say, when they can take PPRC hand pull bangana fire. Would they look into this matter how it did and how it turned so it look like that?
So how you be able to reach at that conclusion? Well, the documents where you put out a bulky, but some other school of thought say na technical knockout. The PPRC be used against the executive, especially when they not being get a binding document from the NAC meeting where they be all also they agree say Chief Samsumana for comeback. During the hearing, you ask for the documents, then they not be able to provide them.
Well, we not use technicality. In fact, in the first place, nobody not get knocked out. The executive not get knocked out. The complainant not get knocked out. We actually do what we do based on how we do what we see. Now, what we do nowadays? You go realize if we actually reach the kind of thing a day or before that one day, even the executive, some organs at the APC, we don't actually afraid for look at the matter. Like for instance, the entity we for deal with grievance, complaints and grievance handling at the APC. Because when the complainants go the matter to them, because that's what the law say, if a go force exhaust the internal organs of the party, the people them or most of the people that we sit on at the committee, the organ, because a lawyer go make some representation and to them say, no, that matter they not for look at them because Justice Fisher they don't look at them, then agree say yes, they not for look at them because court don't look at them. But in the ruling, it was wrong, they were wrong.
Why?
Because they are not bad. They were not bad from looking at that matter simply because Justice Fisher, they don't look at a matter we get for do the APC. Number one, the complainant issue was not an issue before Justice Fisher. You understand? And Justice Fisher never ruled specifically or touched or referred specifically to the issue of the complainant. So whatever it was, as long as them rules, then one day they not be satisfied in the Fisher hearing, you understand? They certainly we are supposed to have looked at it.
You say the political party therefore respects the internal rules. The executive, by any way, they go against any internal rules?
No, the executive not ever go against the executive of the APC in this particular matter, not ever go against any internal rules. When the complainant take in matter to the entity, to the organ responsible for grievance handling, that organ then are people in the day. When a certain lawyer go make representation, start submission, the rules say they were not capable they were not capable to look at that matter. And of course, when we at the PPRC now look at them and compare them, and they say they're not be capable because the submission where the lawyer be make, it been based on the Justice Fisher, matter, Justice Fisher judgment. And the complainant in matter not be specifically there before Justice Fisher. Justice Fisher not ever touch and concern touch or do anything specifically referring to the complainant. So that committee even say they're not being capable, they were wrong. That was a decision taken by them in good faith, I would say. Okay. But the decision was wrong. You understand? It was not taken in bad faith at all. It was wrong. At the PPRC, every political party gets internal organs. For instance, when elections day, when they get the internal elections, they get, first of all, if you get to do objection, you get to go do objection first to the committee or the entity responsible for your objections. Now, when they don't rule on your objection and you're not satisfied, now they say for cancel PPRC. All of these will they do for ensure, say, those organs within the political parties are strong enough so that the political parties by themselves will be able to take decisions and resolve their own problems. The problems we don't get, or the challenges that we don't get in the country in the past, it's just like football team. If if Arsenal they play against Manchester, then all go with them best teams. You realize that anybody who lost the game, they accept. But some of the times when football team they get opportunity, maybe by some internal arrangements or some challenges within, they never go with them best team to a competition. When they go and they not do well in that competition, remember, it is not natural to be blaming yourself. It takes a real man to blame himself and take responsibility for his conduct. He will get find blame from outside. So then blames and the way they go to the outside and they create most of the time in the political landscape, it creates tension.
During this stage, when they call the different witness them we been testify na the hearing, na the Chief Samsumana and complain against the APC executive who they look at this net. There's this issue where they come up say, Chief Samsumana, the term where the party being driven for anti-party activities where it be lost a vice presidency position. People later will be testify against them at the NAC during the intended for anti-party activity, been come out again and say, then testify against them wrongly. How na be handle that issue for resolve that?
All right, Khadija, please allow me. Let just I know say you want a lot of answers. We want them piecemeal. Well, I just take you through how we do the hearing. When the complainant send in complaint to we send the complaint to the executive of the party through the secretariat with a cover note. The executive reply to the complainant bit by bit. And then we send them back to the complainant. And the complainant respond again to the reply of the executive. Then we realize now, say, then why are they no way for settle this matter, as it were? Remember, they don't come on within the party, they don't come to we. But even before we look at them, we will try to see whether we will settle them. Whether they will settle them, normally as a mediator to bring them now together or bring the parties together with the lawyers then on both sides. We'll get a hearing. We'll get a hearing for a number of days. And during that hearing, now, we they put the written complaints and responses aside, we get oral submissions. During the oral submissions, you realize, say, people them were, pertinent to all the issues, the name them be mentioned. And when they mention their names today, we notice, say, these people can be witnesses, you understand? Now, this particular hearing here, for help we for, take care of this issue. When you read the Justice Fisher judgment holistically, you realize, say, one challenge where it been get we said get a challenge. Now forget minutes of certain meetings where in germane or really important to the discussion.
Now the NAC level.
The NAC meeting, etc. We'll not be able to get minutes. But then, like Justice Fisher in your ruling, it not been believed say they happen because it not be get minutes. Very wonderful. But then we as regulator, you understand, we get more time, we get more space. We say no. This year, let me go and gone back, go and see if this family had them near that water.
So I have been getting minutes.
So no, not get minutes. We called people them will be in attendance.
Okay, we'll be attend the NAC meeting.
The NAC meetings them. And they came and told us, yes, we are in this meeting, and the Bible self talk and say outside two, they say the same thing. That's evidence enough, not so. So we go beyond minutes because we really wanted the facts. So we bring the people there, and the people say them meetings every day. And we as a commission believe say them meetings and then we call them. But now, on the issue of the meetings, one thing where I noticed like the fact say the APC party be not afraid for go to their meetings and because in the Justice Fisher ruling, Justice Fisher be don't say the executive, even that NAC when sit down, they're not being legal from the very beginning. You get the point, eh? Now, he said they're not be legal from the very beginning. So maybe the people then just rush into them, understanding it that all waiting they may do not legal. But that was not what the judgment of Justice Fisher said. Because Justice Fisher, of course, he's a very bright legal mind way I get enormous respect to. I even call him Big Brother. But the thing is, if Justice Fisher be rule say all waiting that executive do will be illegal from the very beginning, it be illegal, now tsunami for don't happen at the APC, especially at the governance.
What do you mean tsunami?
Some big disaster.
Justice Fisher ruling?
No, I mean if Justice Fisher be don't say, if Justice Fisher be say in a ruling, say that particular executive will be illegal from the very beginning. All waiting they been do illegal. Now Albalau for don't at the
example of Albalau.
For instance, like all them parliamentarians we're gonna parliament, we be in a parliament from 2018 to 2023. Now that executive day. Now file them. Now file them in. So therefore don't become illegal, and all the parliamentarians for don't in a parliament illegally, and they definitely for don't pay all the salaries and benefits them back individually way them get that place than a one. All them mayors, all them chairmen, them, all them councillors, and all the councils across the country from 2018 to 2023. Now that executive now file them in. So imagine say Justice Fisher be don't say what did that executive do? It be illegal. Definitely in a tsunami now for don't happen. You understand? Now they filed in, Dr. Samura Kamara for the 2018 elections.
So himself not illegal.
Well, although the effect of illegality or a declaration like that not for be as strong as the one for like parliamentarians, mayors, chairmen, councillors, because they were there for a period of time and they earned salaries. So you see, waiting for that happen, now they for them actually like push everything now and bring maybe the anti-corruption commission in, because you could also say all the money and the way people they take the public funds and they're not be really qualified for take them. It could have been Samsumana. So in the wisdom of Justice Fisher, he never did rule in that area. But the people already appreciate the judgment of Justice Fisher. I know when once they don't say this was illegal ab initio from the beginning, they take us in always talk illegal. No, it was never so said.
So the question I ask you now.
Yes.
The one we get for do with people will be testify against Chief Samsumana, say he be commit anti-party activities, then later then come back and say then testify against them falsely. How na be able to resolve that issue there?
All right. Now, you know, the complaint of the complainant Chief Samsumana come under different headings. This, it come under the heading of res judicata, maybe in a big word for res judicata, now what you call judicial finality. If a judiciary, for instance, a court don't take a decision, whether it should be final or it must be contested, then in the concept of res judicata. Now, the argument, I mean, that because people they don't come now and go to snack meeting, you understand? Can knock meeting where they accept Samsumana back then in 2020, can go there and some people go say, hey, they lie. Very frankly, we're not countenance that one day in ruling. We're not countenance them because we get any effect. Whether they lie now or they talk true now, the decision will be taken by the Supreme Court in 2015 was final. The argument of the complainants was that in removal from the APC, not to in Ibikeguna court. Now in removal as vice president, now Ibikeguna Supreme Court. But there is no way, when you look at the judgment of the Supreme Court, there is no way the Supreme Court for don't reach the decision where they reach so, upholding the removal of the vice president then by the then president as valid without referencing the appropriate sections of the law. Because the reason we make the uphold them now because they don't ever come up for study party.
Don't lost in membership.
And if you've been lost in membership in the party, you understand the issue of in membership in the party was very crucial to the arguments that the Supreme Court. So as a result of that one day, of course, you know, very brilliant lawyers, including Pamomo, they argue on the side of maybe the then vice president. Those issues were raised in the judgment. We read the judgments of the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court not ever reach that decision. Say they uphold in pool one as vice president if they not be consider the issue of a membership na the party, so that it come and say not to an issue of the issue where the driver come on the party, not to be care gonna court. So for look at that one, they know we as a commission not be get any business for look at that, will not be get any right for look at that, because that one they be the part of the package of the position and the decision of the Supreme Court. And remember, the Constitution very clear. The Supreme Court now the highest court of Sierra Leone. So the Court of Appeal no go challenge the Supreme Court decision. High Court no go challenge her. We institution where they just say no more you feel by that person. Now we go challenge her. No, we're not the challenger. So in fact, that one they will tell us say the concept of res judicata with a judicial finality has been argued by the secretariat of the party of the APC. We upheld that one and we actually did it aside. So the issue where people come say, hey, we lie, hey, we do this, you don't get any effect. That lie won't be don't lie. Then they will just use a nominal maybe as a means for come back, reconstruct, and go back to the Supreme Court if you can to actually maybe reconsider a decision. But the Supreme Court's decision was final.
The APC no objects to the ruling with PPRC give, and they don't go according to what you tell them for do. For get back a membership card from 2020, and they don't get them. I see pictures go viral, although no officially yet from Chief Samsumana, but the pictures they all over na social media. Whose message this send to other political parties then?
Well, when political parties consider themselves as a family, it is best practice. You know why? Because now that one no go enhance their strength and then being together.
So now that you sense during the APC.
Well, I sense that one day in the response and compliance with rules. Well, let's take this opportunity for tell we how we arrive at that decision during week for week we actually get that instruction. Now, Chief Samsumana in 2020 there are 2 NAC meetings. The earlier one na Freetong Demi Olam. The second one na Makeni Demi Olam. That was about, I think, the 8th of September, 2020. The one with the Olam Makeni, now 2 items within the agenda. One, for enlarged, because you know, say in the state of emergency be there for corona.
Yeah.
So the executive board enlarge in life, and NAC being the second highest decision-making body in the party, then go enlarge in life. That's to say, for extending time. The second one, now the membership issue of Samsumana, when I be the complainant. Now, in the 1995 constitution of APC, the NAC get the right in that circumstance, that's during emergency, for actually extending time. But one thing very apparent is that the NAC not so ordinarily responsible for actually extending your life. Now the National Delegates Conference. And the National Delegates Conference, the NDC, now the highest body, now the APC, even now. So if the NAC, when at the second highest body, now the APC, go take a decision when at the primacy or when at the primary responsibility of the NDC, it get to transform itself into an NDC. You get the point, right? And that kind of decision, you know, will take on if you not transform yourself into an NDC. So, as at the time when they went to that meeting, that NAC meeting in Makeni on the 8th of September, the first item on the agenda that they dealt with was the enlargement of their life. And you cannot, NAC no go ever discuss the enlargement of the life of the executive without transforming itself into an NDC. So, it is presumed, noting now that the commission believed that that meeting was held, and those were the items on the agenda, that NAC was not an ordinary NAC. It was a NAC that transformed itself into an NDC.
So mistakes they be up along the way?
So when they come to the Samsumana issue and they accept Samsumana, we find out now that because they had transformed themselves into an NDC, no instruction, as the one within one of the paragraphs of the letter where they sent to Samsumana on the 10th of September 2020, written by the Secretary General then, Ambassador Yansane, no such instruction was given to him. Because NDC no go don't actually accept this person here unanimously without any retention and without any problem, then you say an NDC, this is an NDC, you say an NDC for actually send a decision to another NDC for go approve, for go endorse them. So that's when we said as a commission, it was done, that particular paragraph was entered into that letter in bad faith by the Secretary General then.
Yeah, Namika, they ask if mistakes happen along the way.
Well, I will not call them mistakes.
Intentional?
Because let's assume I'll call for instance, like we call I cannot say it's intentional. We can only say as a commission it was done in bad faith. Like you an example. When the entity, the organ responsible for handling grievances in the party, in the APC, when they approach them, when the complainant they approach that entity, then a lawyer go make submission. Now the entity say the entity not get right for look at that particular, complaint day because the justice judgment they don't deal with them, which was not so. The decision of that organ to accept that submission and say they're not get right, that's I can call a mistake. And that mistake could have happened for a number of reasons, because legal issues. Not to everybody get competence in legal issues. So you will not fault them, you will not blame the members of that entity for that. Although one party member, they say, he be refused for sign, they come to the commission to testify. I say, what you make you refuse for sign? They say, I'm not a sign for saying me, I not get sense for do something. that was quite interesting. He refused for sign. But that one, we could call a mistake. However, the one in which you actually did not have instructions to include a particular, a particular thing in a letter and you did it, that one, we cannot say, of course, it was not a mistake. We cannot say it was deliberate. Maybe the mind of the person who did the letter may have been actually working some other ways, etc. But we could only have said, as we said, that it was done in bad faith. And we found out that once the complainant, Chief Samsumana, was accepted by that NAC, which was itself an NDC, there was no need for his endorsements by any other NDC. So all the time in the way that we don't wait, we wait for NDC, then Justice Fisher give ruling, Justice Fisher give directive. So let them go look at unresolved, membership issues. Again, they mistook it to mean that let them go look at issues involving. Samsumana was not named in that particular role in that direction. And there are many, even as I speak, there certainly could be a number of unresolved.
But during the hearing, the Secretary General by then went on at the Deputy Chairman tell us they not be able to hold the NDC because of the corona
virus.
True.
That's true. because he had not adverted his mind to the fact that the NAC meeting where they accepted the complainant Samsumana was an NDC. He knows, but he had not adverted his mind to it. So
was that deliberate?
No, well, I would not say it's deliberate. I will only say the letter that he wrote it in bad faith. I cannot say it's deliberate.
Because he's a lawyer.
He's a lawyer and a big one at that.
Yeah.
But then lawyers can actually advert their mind sometimes. So that is why even when you do matters like the High Court or Court of Appeal, you still get appeals. Because even the benchers, the judges, and they are the ones that have the laws in their bosom. So now them really now we own papa them,
How about
they make mistakes, and we actually that's why we have appeals against them.
How about the issue where gets for do with the complainant by then, Chief Samsumana, forming another political party will contest against the APC in 2028 elections?
Well, that's an issue also that came under his membership dues. Quotes. That's one of the lane on which the complaint was made. The mistaken belief where the complainant, the whole na the fact say, because it be the peer member they don't remember na the party in 2014, and in 2015 the Supreme Court uphold the expulsion. So from that term, that means from 2014 he was not a member of the APC. So membership dues are paid by members of parties. You understand? You cannot be to be expelled and to be a member are two mutually exclusive positions.
Of course.
So you could have been expelled and you still be a member.
Yeah.
So the mistaken belief where them be whole na the fact say, then membership dues and the way they made pay to 2023. So to today. So that they will give in 2024. But then just stop on 2023. Then membership dues and they, in fact, for sure say the complainant I'm a member. No. If you waste you don't answer Khadija, you can choose to go pay money in any political party in account. That don't mean to say you're a member of the political party. You know me, I do know.
So Chief Samsumana they pay?
No, yes, they pay. You show you receipts. But this is what happened. From 2014, when in Drebam, he began pay somewhere around 2016. He was not a member even when he began pay 2016. In 2018, he became flag bearer for C4C.
Yeah, so now be able to ask why they pay?
No. He be pay because he believes in a member. So now we own decision. Now we own a business now as a commission for sure whether what he believe will be hold, it be correct or not correct. So from 2014 when they Drebam, 2016 they begin pay. That payment they all lot of membership dues. 2018 he became flag bearer for the what do you call it? C4C. Automatically it just don't show say even if you don't become flag bearer at 2018, he still would not have been a member of the APC. Even if you not become flag bearer. But then he become flag bearer of a party. So now take us say from 2014 to 2018, he not be belong to party. He not be belong to party, but he not be belong to APC. Yeah. But when he became a member of the C4C, because he cannot be flag bearer of a party without being a member, when he became a member of the C4C, it clearly now show for say it belongs to a particular party when a C4C. The law is clear. No one person can be a member of two political parties at the same time. You understand? So at that time, still, he was not a member of the APC, and it was now prominent that he was not a member of the APC. In 2020, in January of 2020, he resigned. That means he now had ceased being a member of the C4C, but still he was not a member of the APC as of January 2020, because the APC had not discussed him, had not accepted him. So in September 8th, 2020, when they discussed him, and properly transformed the NAC to an NDC and accepted him unanimously, he now had become a member of the APC as at that time.
And he resigned from C4C.
No, he did not resign from C4C properly. So from the 8th of September 2020, Chief Samsumana was properly a member of the APC. I don't know what to make them all be advert their minds to, but the issues, why is it political issues? When legal issues, them plenty around you. You're confused.
I'll still ask you the question.
You're confused.
Now a mistake.
Now, well, if not a mistake by who?
With all waiting and do so.
No, well, the party in totality, we still they consider Samsumana as a non-member of the APC and ought to have waited for an NDC. That was clearly a mistake. And you get regulators like the PPRC for actually correct their mistakes.
But from all what you don't explain, so it clearly shows that Chief Samsumana been waiting the up to.
I now work for an entity, and in an entity, as head of that entity that regulates entities, which are political parties. As regulators, with business, now for always see gladdy inside political parties. With business, not to for actually sow discord inside political parties. We don't do that.
This Chief Samsumana enrolling, I sure see yourself don't follow the debates. It comes with a lot of different views. You get certain set of the public, we hold the views say it open more hole for other political party them, people who don't left the political party them, for go back based on this ruling where you give so. Say Chief Samsumana for come back na the APC and then for reverse the membership as of 2020. For example, as sure say don't they follow the conversation within the Sierra Leone People's Party. They might not all come yet to your officially PPRC, but then say if they get some of similar issues then like this. I interviewed JOB na the last day. In belief say people like the Dr. Kande Kole Yumkela, we don't left the party, go form another political party, come back, they need for start all over again. And as some of the things then this, when you look at the term where you be the try to resolve the APC issues.
You know, every political party gets its own constitution. And the constitution then clear on issues, not excluding which they went so. However, as a regulator, you know, first off, like maybe it just coincides with my nature. Me, I know they judge anything. In fact, it's not proper. I'll be abusing my powers as chairman of the PPRC. I need look at anything or take a decision on anything where I see on social media. At the PPRC, we don't cross bridges until we reach the bridges. So we'll reach the issue will involve Samsumana as a complainant at the APC. Will be reach that bridge. We find out so cost or not so. We actually look at issues on a case-by-case basis, because the APC constitution, for instance, of 1995 and 2022 might not be the same as, you know, other parties' then constitution. It might be the same, but then because it is not before us and we have not reached that bridge, you cannot cross it. You want to cross bridge, you not reach. Which kind of jump you want to do? Triple jump or high or long jump or high jump? No, we don't do those jumps. But wait.
A lot of people believe say this ruling where you give for the Chief Samsumana an eye opener towards the 2028 elections. The debates now inside the SLPP, where I don't host different people. I don't host Suleiman Bajatijansi. We don't hold the position of a Secretary General. I don't host John Benjamin. We don't hold the position of chairman and leader of the SLPP. Then get this clause of qualification. According to the SLPP constitution, you for be a grand chief patron and waiting for elevate you to that position. If you don't serve na executive position of the party. And as it is now, according to Suleiman Bajatijansi and John Benjamin, now just in the John Benjamin qualify for contest for flag bearer, and of course, Suleiman Bajatijansi qualify, but he say no want. And the sitting vice president now, Dr. Julia Jallo, according to their constitution, he qualify. But all the other people them where would only reason and they show interest, they're not qualified based on the constitution. And you don't rule during the Chief Samsumana case, the political party them for respect the rules and constitution of the party.
I've always known that you're a very brilliant practitioner when it comes to journalism.
Thank you.
Every party get their constitution. Every party get their internal organs. All right, let's tell you this. The PPRC will now they even discourage members of political parties for come to be straight without exhausting their internal organs. You know what you know? Because those are their organs. You will get your devil like for make them fearful. So work with your internal organs, even if you don't believe in them. Let them now disappoint you. You follow the steps. Then eventually you will come to the PPRC. So like what they talk so about SLPP, APC, no, they are not. They can be distinguished as I sit here, because one, now you have evidence. Now you want to use now for actually say that they are at par with the APC, with the Samsumana ruling, the APC.
I just bring them. Maybe as a popular
okay, so now maybe
opinion out there,
don't deal with maybe issues.
No, discussion of that this ruling where you don't give for the APC we state and clear say them for respect them party rules and constitution.
Sure.
Yes. And what I just quote to you directly, it is inside the constitution. And that's the topic of debate.
Then SLPP.
SLPP constitution, if you be a grand chief patron before you qualify.
SLPP themselves then get the constitutions actually create internal organs. Let them use the internal organs. Let them go to the look, let me tell you something. Like I said initially, when political parties really, really consider themselves as family, they can resolve. If you to say if you to say domestic homes, we get issues their way for Kana court. You see, then they bring a Kana court so no more. Then they deal with a force domestically, then a husband and wife. Then maybe if they're not if they're tired, then go to the godparents. If the godparents are tired, then go to the churches or the mosque them. Before maybe eventually them graduate up. And those structures are within political parties. And that is why at the PPRC we say, let the political parties then safe. I'm not go there speaking. I get my mama and my papa. Then where my mama do me something, I know they go put to me daddy. And the grab I go put to uncle within a neighbor. It weaken the very structure and the very authority of your parentage. So once they consider themselves as family, and I know the political parties do, let them try as best as possible for exhaust the internal organs we then get when issues then come up.
So if this case of this grand chief patron, now the SLPP constitution come to you before it go to court.
No case no they come to we, no issue no they come to we for not look at them. What they look at them? Any issue we come to we they look at them. And we they look at them on its own merit. I don't know if you not a legal term on its own merit mean to say another for now take I say I compare them to this. If I look at them in the course of looking at it, the outcome be the same as the one first where we don't look at, so be it. But I'm not going to use the outcome of one where we don't look at as a yardstick.
But in law, on a get what call precedent.
Yeah, we get precedent.
You're not a lawyer.
Yes. You get judicial precedent.
Yes.
True. And it is called judicial precedent.
Precedent.
That's what judiciary they do. We serve even administrative adjudications, we get precedent. That is to say, if the issues are on all fours the same. That means to say in 200 are the same.
So what are they talk so? What are they talk so?
Now on all fours the same.
With the ruling where you give for the APC, not so the same precedent.
Anybody in a SLPP where they be don't expel, we want for come back.
Well, somebody did the way left, if from political party, we come back.
Anybody did the way they be don't expel.
They're not expelled.
So they cannot be on all fours the same.
But the one we get for do with your membership, they start all over again. They tell you come back.
Anyway, Khadija, these are questions that cannot be answered in a studio. Yeah, these are questions that can only be answered when the issues are not merely before you, but you've looked into them. Because when you look into those issues, you have legal instruments that you look at. So let's just say there are yardsticks to look at those issues, but then to say we can have answers to the questions you're asking now in a studio, it's not going to be fair to you. Maybe it will be fair to you because they will say, oh yes, I don't get it. It's not going to be fair to me as an individual. Remember, I am a mere individual, but the institution is bigger than I am. The PPRC is bigger than I am. They have been very reputable. In fact, all of them, my elders at the PPRC before I went there. And when I leave the PPRC, they are going to be people after me. So we rather move to ensuring that the institution itself is strengthened. You go see Koivaya, if you see the kind way me and Baniki they roll my wife, of course my wife named Bani, I can call him Biko. If you see the kind way walking they roll, you go feel to say, no, but this guy said, if they play too much for them, they go make him chairman and that. But I have to respect the institution, which is not to say I therefore neglect the joy of my marriage also. So that is it. Let the institution be made stronger and let individuals just be there to serve. I'm an individual. Let the matters come and we'll look at them on their merit.
You then encourage political party then for adhere to the timelines so that go maybe affect electoral cycle. We see you say you don't gazette first the APC rules. All the objection that will become use when I look inside during the Samsumana case and when I don't gazette them back for the next 14 days and PPRC say they entertain no other objection, we clearly should say then they go into the lower level election. How you go ensure say as a mediator or as a parent body they regulate political party them, you discourage them from the issues of going to court go waste time there for affect them timelines?
Well, the only way we could discourage, remember, people have their rights.
Mm.
The only way we could discourage people from taking further steps, now way if they come to you, for instance, here, this small company don't fit up side. When they want for go put to the parent them, when I meet one auntie, then when auntie hold una, they talk to una fine, una all too satisfied. Not going to go put to in parent again. That is the case they don't. Not so. The only way where we as a commission go ensure or go work to ensuring that people don't take further steps, go to court. Now when they come with the matters to we go look into them to the best of our ability and dispassionately. That notwithstanding, if you get mysterious speaking them, if you wait until you don't talk case, they will go back and go tell the mama, say, that Koivaya slapped me today, if I kick me in the gutter, now for I swim inside the water, now make me hear it so. But when mama go out for talking, and I say, no, but until go don't talk her. But you go don't reach to mama already. You understand what I mean? You can, when they do your work dispassionately. So, and it is only when people are satisfied. You understand? Especially people, who come with matters before you. They are satisfied. That is when they will not take next steps. But one thing we're very open at the fact, say, as a commission, like you rightly say, now we desire for say political parties are really very strong and they move on, according to the timeline.
Because
but we cannot tie them down.
Most
because they have their rights.
They can go to Supreme Court for interpretation of them constitution, them.
That's also right to them.
Waking drag.
That's also right to them. Like we say, we actually pull out this last press release and say we not encourage any objection. All right, that make up clear. Because I don't, they move around say, hey, PPRC, no, we want to close this space, this, that. No. The reason we make say, they take any objection to this final internal rules and regulations for the APC elections. That because, remember, these rules and regulations, we don't publish them sometime in August or thereabout. And we publish them for 30 days, and we get objections, and then we encourage objections. And all of their objections, and we come, we don't look at them. We don't look at them. We don't resolve them. In fact, they were part, saying that 3 segments of decisions we take on it. We deliver on the 23rd of December 2025. All the one and we don't look at them. So if people then will come with their objections and you understand, we don't look at the objections. Come on. Then one day, and we don't look at the objections, we don't affect whatever it was that was decided in those objections. We don't affect them now in this final rules and regulations, internal rules and regulations. So if we don't affect the finality in these internal rules and regulations, we'll not publish them again for let them bring objections. We merely publish them for let them be notified that we don't come this far. And these are not for objections. Because if we publish them, we will not put that particular sentence, they say, we will not encourage objections again. Sometimes some people will still have a count objection and we'll not look at her now we will get the bad name.
So with them rules their own, I don't publish so now. With all waiting day inside the PPRC confidence, the APC they go into the lower level constituency, say they reach to the National Delegates Conference without any plaba again. Because during the term for the SLPP, we still said and they back to a petition cases, when I get for look inside some elections, they wanna rerun them.
All right. This question is suppository. And normally, it's not because I'm a lawyer, but it's illegal. Anything we got to do with the law or rules. The volunteer for answer suppository questions. But let me put it this way. Now we desire as a commission for the political parties they run seamlessly, smoothly. However, if anything happens twice in the run, political parties are getting rules, they're getting constitutions, they're getting rules. Like for now, like for APC, these are rules, internal rules. All waiting and putting at the rules, or let me say, some 98% of waiting are the rules. Now from the constitution, they take mutatis mutandis, word for word, letter for letter. They get a constitution, they get the rules. We expect them to go seamlessly. When we get employed or when we get appointed to positions of this nature, now for serve the nation. Because someday there shall be a time when we might not be around and we'll say he was there and that was what happened. Like we now refer to with different predecessors then. So service is what we consider when we work at the PPRC. So that make if any petition, when it's any petition or objection will come before me, but if it come to we will try to deal with them as quickly as possible.
So with all wetin don happen, the interaction, we una don get all the hearing, all the sittings, the rule, you go say the APC dey na a prepared place for go into the internal party elections.
I'll safely say so until anything happens otherwise. I will say so, because it is right now at the PPRC, I not get anything before me. We go look like hurdle for them to move on, and such is my prayer that they move on without hurdle within the law.
Wetin you go say when it come per internal party politics financing, just like I did into the national politics campaign financing?
Well, as part when we get the national dialogue, one thing we agreed and we're not part of our own responsibilities now, not the tripartite for actually do now for actually get a legal instrument for political parties campaign financing. And as I speak to you, we've completed that one. Kudos to the Attorney General and his team, the law officers departments, the drafters, and the cooperation we don't get from Parliament. Now it is with the Attorney General for the Ileam and Parliament. And when Ileam, it takes 21 days. If it's not debated, then it comes law. But then the individuals will understand you, and that's for the party.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the individuals, the parties where they run for positions, it really would have been very good for us to actually start from there. But two, that one would be a challenge as at now.
Okay.
Because no, as you say, Khadija, you don't there around, you only work for something, you get sponsored, you have to run against, me, maybe not the then you get, I will go begin regulate your money. So for the system on a bank money, account number for the come out. Where there you sister them, there you well wishers there, we go to give money. Also I go to record that.
You levy 10, 120 and 150 millions fine recently, where you come back and challenge the political party and say, if una not pay that money, they suspend una. A lot of people be see that say Koivaya be really hard, especially the organs for do we define on the SLPP, way now for me statements where that did make na Liberty TV, because if you go ahead and justify them, say it not mean say for all cutlass or all gun, no. But then they see the APC as enemy and Ebema, they into war with them.
And that they're not enemies.
Was that a threat on an example if they try for send to political parties?
Well, the law very clear, like I'm going to tell you off camera just now. At the PPRC, and I'm happy, we don't get too much discretion. Now the law, mind the guide. And when you do work, you don't get beaucoup discretion. It help you a great deal. In fact, it heighten your confidence. When I talk say, if the APC or the SLPP don't be pay fine, now the deadline go bingi, will they suspend them? Not like for saying a play cook with the play cook. I meant it. Simply because that's what the law say. And two, if they had not paid at their deadlines, that was what would have happened. You see? So, and you say, this, I cannot say this here now. But if for any reason you look at fufu, no say eba. You get eba way big like me head. You dey under. They get one small eba with they are. Eba na eba, not so. Eba na eba. So big eba, small eba na eba. But regarding the decision for actually fine the APC 120 and the SLPP 150, fortunately for we in this country, another make, I believe, say, we don't get any repeat of what may happen to we in the decade during we civil unrest. The special court for Sierra Leone, they may see it. And when they actually look at people, they may look at people with their greatest responsibility. You then are us. Then you get security. Then you get your nephew. Then we gonna us. You meet they don't break the gates. You understand? Go into your car, then pull something there. Your nephew and the security would have to be a greater responsibility. That is security. Because that ain't get Sabi, Master Sabi, for ensure say then kind of thing not happen. My nephew not get business, so I don't ever tell and say no sleep something. He might have been sleeping. But you as a security, your business are for secure. So if they go break into a premise when you're on duty and they investigate, they find out say later self you not been there at the place, you get the greater responsibility. Also, the SLPP now in governance. The peace of this country, now the business of the SLPP for uphold, not only with them to hand, but to foot. Because the president, when the SLPP party file him in, His Excellency, Brigadier Retired Julius Marabio, now in the fountain of honor. Now in the head of security.
You can tell them this when they meet?
Of course, they know. There are certain things you don't need to repeat them, they know. So, anybody where they work with Brigadier, the president, Brigadier Retired the president, he forgets that sense of responsibility for no say, hey, now my papa or my uncle or my party member, now so we get greater responsibility for ensure say peace in this country, for ensure say Kubukaba no come, for ensure say nothing not happen way bad. If you grab, they go begin chuk, then crocodile the way they don't bay. If crocodile they or then pig the way they don't bay, you go chuk there. Then they run can at all now, they can begin scatter people in market then. Your own violation of the peace for be greater than that person. Whether they poil self, they not poil, it only concern out of a sense of responsibility. Say, I'm a political party, I'm in the political space, but get that kind of responsibility where you within governance get for uphold the peace of the country.
All right. Thank you.
Sure.
Now they end this edition of One-on-One, where they come to you every Friday, only on Liberty TV. This is the program where they look at one big issue, one big name every week. And this night, we sit down with the chairman for the Political Parties Regulation Commission, Emmanuel Koivaya Amara. We look at the ruling where Ibingi on the Samsumana complaint against the APC executive. Well, now they end this edition. Many thanks to the entire crew who supports me this night for bringing this edition of the One-on-One to you. Mina Khadija Bangura, they say, have a blessed evening.
At Farmos, freshness isn't just a promise, it's our way of life. From raw and smoked catfish to kanya peppers, beni, rice and gari kanya and natai, from premium crayfish, ogiri and fufu to smoked chicken, fresh eggs from the farm to the fridge, country chicken and garden fresh vegetables. Try our habanero pepper, gari, hot pepper sauce, pure honey and so much more. All locally produced, organically grown, harvested fresh every day, and hygienically processed. A fresher taste, healthier foods, stronger communities. Farmos, fresh from our farms to your home. Visit Farmos at 1 Fode Drive Hill Station, Freetown. Call +232 74 000044.
Building tomorrow today with Rightmove. Looking for quality, reliability, and innovation in your next big build? Choose Rightmove Engineering and Construction, Sierra Leone's trusted name in transforming ideas into enduring structures. We don't just build projects, we craft landmarks that stand the test of time. From state-of-the-art offices and modern homes to fuel stations, water systems, and infrastructure, our team delivers precision, passion, and perfection. At Rightmove, we are not following industry standards, we are setting them. Through cutting-edge technology, uncompromising safety, and sustainable solutions, we are building a brighter, stronger, and safer Sierra Leone. Visit us at 54 Campbell Street, Freetown, or call 078399475 or 077504338. Right Move Engineering and Construction. Building quality, building trust, building the future.